sharing 6 red flags that you must pay attention to on your dating game, and by avoiding these types of girls, you're going to basically avoid a girl destroying your life, right? So this is a very, very important video. I'm just going to highlight the 6 main red flags that you should look out for as a man when dating, and hopefully this video can help you make the decision, right? So let's get straight into it. Now, firstly, she's friends with her ex-partner, right? Friends with her ex, past guys from, that she's dated a while ago, she's still friends with them. I don't care what the excuse is, right? At the end of the day, if she has completely moved on from that past relationship, why is she still have that person as a friend, right? Because women don't need to have their exes as friends, right? They don't need their exes as friends. The reason why they keep them there is they're holding on to some sort of past memories. They feel that person is still, part of their life in some way. They might even give you the excuse saying like, oh no, that person's still friends with my parents and so forth. He's a really good guy. He's got a partner. Because what's going to happen is this, right? Hypothetically, if you start dating this type of woman, right, and you run into a bit of problems, if she's close with her ex-partner, right, she's going to end up, speaking about you. When you guys have problems, he's going to know about it. You're going to have a relationship where he's still going to be involved in your current relationship, and you don't want that, right? You want to have a girl that doesn't have any association with any ex-partners, and she's ready to, give all her attention completely to you, right? By her having someone else involved in her life, she's holding on to some sort of past memory, some sort of, maybe he's broken up with her and, he's like, let's just be friends, and she was obsessed with him, and she's like, okay, let's just be friends, and these types of women will give you those excuses saying, it's nothing, don't worry about it, don't get paranoid, he's just a friend. Or they might say, whatever it might be, right? At the end of the day, there's no need for an ex-partner to be involved in this person's life, especially if they've moved on, right? So they haven't completely healed. They're still bringing along past baggage into your current relationship, and it's just not going to work out, right? It's just going to be a complete roller coaster of a mess later on down the track. Imagine when you guys have an argument, she tells him, he knows everything about your relationship, they catch up for coffee. Really, are you going to be comfortable with that happening? No, you're not, right? As a man, you're going to, us men, we're very territorial. We want our women purely to us, right? Exclusive to us. And that's how it is, right? And it's always been like that. But for some reason, some of these modern day women, they think it's okay to be friends with an ex. Cool, leave them alone, bro. They're not for you, right? That's why I've stated this as a number 1 red flag to look out for. So that's number 1. Red flag number 2. She has addictions, drugs, alcohol. She might smoke a bit of cannabis on the weekend. She has after work drinks and gets smashed. Look, these sort of women that don't have control of their lives and that rely on a substance to, seek pleasure, I guess you could say, they're no good, because what's going to happen is these sort of women will end up driving you insane. You'll end up having a dynamic where you're going to be like a father-daughter relationship, meaning when she's completely smashed, you're going to have to look after her. When, she's hungover, you're going to get the shit version of her, right? Or on the flip side, you're going to end up, doing these addictions with her, right? And it's going to formally lead to you getting addicted. Then you're going to have like a drug or alcohol-based relationship, and that's just going to spiral, man. Trust me, that those relationships never work out, right? They just end up being so toxic. So avoid a girl completely like that, right? If she's got some healing she needs to do from her past, whatever it might be, or she just might enjoy just like getting smashed every weekend. Cool, that's fine, bro. But there's plenty of girls out there who don't do that, right? So at the end of the day, don't go for these sorts of women, right? When you're on your dating, journey and you come across them having these sort of habits, just run away, man. There's no other nicer way for me to say it, right? Just get out of there. So that's that. Now, number 3, bad influence of friends, or a bad circle of friends. So she's got let's say a sisterhood of women who are, bad role models. They might, completely lead her to, drinking on the weekends. They're going to make her feel bad when she's spending so much time with you. They don't have her right intentions at heart. They don't want to see the best for her. And women are very jealous creatures, right? They get jealous of their, sometimes when they see one of their friends doing well, they might have wanted a relationship, right? But they see that, their best friend has a relationship, and it really, really affects these women, right? Whether they want to admit it or not. I'm not saying all, but majority or some, you could say, get very jealous when they don't have what, their best friend has, right? So this is something that you're going to have to, I guess, you might find out later on as your dating progresses with her, as you go on a few more dates. But I would always suggest this: meet her friends, check out who her circle of friends are, see what kind of girls they are. Are they girls with bad habits? Are they girls to, completely steer their friend in such a direction that, gets basically, when things get tough with you and your partner, she, goes to her sisterhood, she tells them the problems, and they're like, nah, you don't deserve that guy. They start speaking bad about you. What's going to happen is this, bro. If they've got if she's got a bad circle of friends, right, there's a reason behind it. If she's purely a good person, she wouldn't keep a bad circle of friends around her, right? At the end of the day, people are not stupid, right? I would then question her, in a sense, where if she's got this bad circle of friends, then look, man, sometimes these sort of women cannot be changed, right? And it's not your job to change them. This is what's going to happen, right? And I'm just giving you an example. Let's say you guys have an argument. Okay, she goes and tells her sisterhood. The sisterhood say, you don't deserve it. You deserve so much better. Fuck him, whatever it might be, right? They end up organizing a ladies' night out. They go to a club. Now, let's say most of her friends are single. They're going to bring, let's say, a couple of, a group of guys, right, that they would have just possibly even met just on the internet, right? The group of guys are going to come meet them at the club, and because your girl's having problems, and these girls got bad habits, let's say, they drink, they get smashed, your girl gets drunk, she gets smashed, next minute there's a guy grinding on your girl, right? And that sisterhood is going to encourage that to happen, right? Whereas a good friend would be like, no, she loves someone else. This is not no, it's not going to happen, right? There are good girls like that out there, but I'm saying when you come across a girl who has got a bad circle of friends, they're going to want to push her in the bad direction, in a bad direction, and you're going to run through all sorts of problems, bro. It's going to be emotionally draining, right? So that's what I'm saying. When you meet the girl, she might show all the green flags, but this might be one red flag that you need to pay attention to, and you'll probably find this out later on, because as you go on several more dates and you start liking each other, she's going to introduce you to her friends, and always be curious about who her close circle of friends are, bro, at the end of the day, right? Don't be blind to it. You want to know who she's hanging around a lot of the times, right? If she doesn't have any friends, she just hangs around her family, even better, perfect, right? But I'm saying a bad circle of friends is going to destroy your relationship in the long run, right? And it is what it is. So find it out. You'll find out, after a few dates, who this sisterhood is, right? And figure out and find out, if she's the right, if they are the right role models in her life, right? And they want the best for her. So that's that. Now, number 4, avoid single mums completely, right? You will always be second priority. You will always come second best. You will never come in front of the child, right? And it is what it is, right? Fair enough. She's a mother. She wants what's best for her child. This is where it doesn't end, right? It gets tricky because the father's going to be involved in the child's life, and he's going to, eventually, you're going to eventually end up meeting him, and you're going to be in this dynamic of, again, you, the girl, or the partner that you're with, and the ex-husband or the ex-boyfriend, right? And it's just going to be too messy, all just over a child, right? why not just create your own children? Or, you know, why not just, if you don't want children, perfect, go for a girl that doesn't want children, right, at the end of the day. But don't be trying to go for single mums, because there are a lot out there. They all are very, I would say they're very desperate, man, in a way, okay? They're desperate because they want to, you know, women don't want to be lonely, right? And these women, they are looking for a father figure to replace the guy that was, you know, originally in her life. And if you want to fill those shoes, then be prepared for the drama that comes with it, right? And I'm telling you now, it's not worth it, bro. It's just going to be emotionally draining, okay? And you're never going to have that, like, I mean, you will have quiet time, don't get me wrong, but it's never going to be fully exclusive, bro. There's always going to be, like, the child's needs are going to come first. You know, the father, when he's involved, he might just rock up when you guys are, like, you know, at home. And why put yourself through that, man? There's plenty of women out there that don't have children, all right, and that are single. So don't make it harder for yourself, right? So that's point number 4. Point number 5, she's got bad social media, or her social media is trash. What I mean by that is, majority of her photos are just attention-seeking validation photos. Her in a G-string, her in a bikini, all of them, photos of her ass, just thousands of photos of just her, bro, and revealing stuff, right? Trying to seek attention. These sort of women that don't use, you know, let's say social media for business purposes, they end up just seeking out external validation. They just want that dopamine hit of guys just hitting them up saying, you're hot, you're this, you're that. And they end up just having this false sort of analogy that, you know, having all these followers are, you know, it makes them feel special and important, bro. So look, that's fine, bro, but there are plenty of women out there that have good profiles, okay? They got good, like, Instagram profiles. They've, like, you know, it's photos of them, you know, maybe like moments they had. They've got, like, you know, photos of them having coffee with their girlfriends. You know, it's just all around good photos, right? You can tell, like, these good girls have photos, you know, maybe even with their family, but if they don't want to show their family, they're just photos where she's dressed like a woman. They're not revealing, right? They're not slutty. And yeah, those sort of women have, like, they're the profiles you want, right? These women that have like 10,000 followers, 5,000 followers, it's like, really, you don't use it for business purposes? Why? Like, why do you have that many followers? Like, they're obviously seeking validation, bro. So at the end of the day, like, that shit's just going to drive you insane. It would drive me insane. You know, just consistently guys hitting them up on the Instagram. And some people might say, who cares, bro? Like, it doesn't matter. She's with you. At the end of the day, really, like, you've got your girl dressed basically half naked as a sex object, like, in a way, right? Like, what do you think guys are doing? Guys are frothing over these women. They're not just looking at it and going, oh, cool, next girl. There are, like, creepy guys out there that will just end up, like, frothing over these women, like photos of their ass. You know, and this girl's not shy to show it. Like, if a girl's purely a good girl, she won't be showing off her certain body parts. She'll keep it exclusive, and she only has it for a man only, right? So pay attention to that, right? That's all I'm going to say. So that's number 5. Number 6, we're going to end with no feminine traits. So she's a boss babe, right? She's someone that is not very feminine. She's got the, you know, the masculine traits of, I've got my own job, I've got my own hot car, I can look after myself, I don't need a man. But eventually, when these sort of women, you know, get to, you know, closer to 30 years old, they start freaking out because their time is up, they want to have children, and they start sort of, you know, wanting to secure a man. The problem is, when you try to secure a relationship with these types of women, and, you know, you're on your masculine journey as well as a man, you're going to butt heads, right? And when you butt heads, like, it's just going to get draining after a while, because she's always going to try and compete with you, right? She's not doing it on purpose, but she's just conditioned that way, that she has been looking after herself for so long, thinking in her head she doesn't need a man, she's had her fun. Now eventually, when she gets to her 30s, she realizes, oh shit, I need to have kids, right? So I need to settle down. She becomes desperate, you end up dating her, eventually later on you're going to butt heads with her, bro. She's going to be one of those girls that thinks, you know, like she's going to be Miss Independent, right? And I'm not saying it's okay for girls not to have a bit of independence, it's fine, but if they're Miss Independent and they've been conditioned that way for many years, bro, when you guys butt heads, you're going to be butting heads over like things that you need to do as a man, where you feel that you're important and you need to take care of these manly tasks, let's say, or masculine tasks. And I'm not being misogynistic in any way, bro, but she's going to think that she can do it. She's going to try and challenge you to these things, and it's just going to be a mess, bro. When you go with a feminine girl, she lets you be masculine, she stays feminine, and you just have a better dynamic of a relationship, bro. It's just like the man's got his role, the woman's got her role. It just works out, and they're the relationships that work out the best, bro, at the end of the day, right? So stay away from the boss babes. Look, that's fine. Let them, you know, be in their top career, but you're always going to compete with them, whether it's financially, whether it's, you know, whatever it might be, even over, you know, certain things. Like, they're going to try and be one of those know-it-all type of women. And yeah, I'm not saying every single one will be like this. There are some girls that, you know, have been, you know, conditioned, but then they wake up, right? They wake up, you know, maybe at about 24, 25, they wake up and they're like, oh shit, you know what? I've been working this high paying job. It hasn't given me any real satisfaction, because women are hardwired a certain way, right? And when they wake up and realize that, shit, okay, having the best job, having the best car, that really doesn't give me fulfillment. What will give me fulfillment is a loving relationship with children, you know, creating a family dynamic. And that's when they wake up and realize, you know what, like, I've been sold a lie. I want to, you know, find a partner now, right? And they leave that life. And I'm saying there are girls that do that, right? They wake up. But at the end of the day, these ones that sort of lead towards 30 and that are real boss babes, you find that a majority of them, bro, and I'm speaking from experience, there's a lot of data on this as well, right? They stay single, bro, till like 40, 45. Like, no guy wants these girls, because at the end of the day, would you want to date a woman that's got masculine traits? Like, would you want to date another version of you, is what I'm saying. Like, obviously you're going to butt heads, right? It's going to be mentally draining, like, as a man, to go through this. And why put yourself through that when there's plenty of feminine women out there, right? So avoid these boss babes. Majority of them exist in the Western world, but having said that, they can be everywhere around the world, bro, these type of women, right? So let them be, right? They're not for you, and just keep dating till you find the right one. But at the end of the day, look, I'm going to end this video here. Hope you got some valuable insight on this topic. And yeah, if you like this video, you're new to my channel, subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. It's a very new channel. But look, I'm going to end this video here, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a beautiful day. Peace.